So everybody, giving you all a little update on myself and everything what I've had going on. You might have seen that I've been advertising this YouTube, subscribe and all that. I was at the KSI fight on Saturday, and I was just amazed at how mad um, the the world is these days. There was these superstars. I didn't know who they was. So yeah, I just thought I'd better start getting in touch with 2018 and join in a little bit. I know that a lot of people enjoy speaking to me about what I've got going on and stuff like that regarding the gym and the promotions and the managing. So I thought, well, I'll just start updating once a month, once every couple of weeks or whatever. You know, I'll get started now. But yeah, we've had a couple of really busy weeks. You know, I'm still having a look in my diary here now. That was a Saturday, the 11th, was in Cardiff. We had two away fighters fighting. Obviously, I have a lot of the away fighters as well, proper fighters. That's no disrespect to any of the home fighters either, but the away fighters, they have a gum shield and they'll travel, and you know that's proper boxing, you know, and that's what always a lot of kids been brought up into doing. I mean, certainly when I was amateur, when I was 10, I mean, there was talks about fights in Wales and 11, or boxing week in, week out, and you know, just had my gum shield, just turned up. I went boxing a couple of times a week. It was only an hobby. And but these guys are these guys who are boxing in the away corner week in, week out. It's a proper it's professional fighting. You know what I mean? It's they're in the gym all week, train hard, and they get to take the call. I mean, you would have seen, I signed a lad on Monday, Taha, and he boxed on Friday on Box Nation. Now we had the phone call 24 hours notice to fight former amateur world champion Willie Hutchinson. I think he was the former world amateur champion, and Taha said I'll fight, and that was that. So I made sure as his manager that I got him a good person. We went there. Taha wobbled him in the first round. Second round it got outclassed, and then the third round, he got caught, got clipped, went down. He was all right, but to be fair, the fight was done and dusted. Then you know he took the fight at 24 hours notice, and he didn't need to prove anything to me, prove anything to anyone else. So you know the referee waved it off, and I mean I was happy with that because, like I say, he took it at 24 hours notice, and all I had to do was, as the manager, make sure he got paid well, which he did do. So happy days with that one. And yeah, we had Saturday 11th, we had Taco fight Lance Cooks. Now, Lance Cooks was a really good amateur, and what I know of Lance Cooks is there were two lads in the amateurs in the GB Three Nations when I boxed for England, and there was only two Welsh lads who won the GBs at that time, and one of the two lads was Lance Cooksy, so it just says what calibre of fighter he was. And I'm pretty sure it might be Jeff Saunders, or I can't remember who was in his weight category now, but you know, we had a really strong lineup. The England team anyway. There was Callum Smith, Jazza Dickens, Anthony Fowler, all these fighters you'll have heard of, and that was back in the day when I was fighting for England. And Taco boxed Lance Cooks. He knocked him down heavy in the second round. Taco knocked Lance down heavy in the second round, but Lance, to be fair to me, got up when he boxed the fight what he had to fight, and he did it, and he beat Taco fair and square, and you know, he was busier, and he did what he had to do, and you know, fair play to him. Then we had Mikey Orabin. He fought David White Jr. Mikey Orabin, he yet to get a win yet as a professional, but then he turned up on he's just been started working with Louis Harrismith and Dale Harrismith up in Stockport, and buzzing. Mikey went in there, and he knocked him down twice in the first round, and then it was one of them where you can't sort of, when you knock him down twice in the first round, you can't SATA lose the fight. So Mikey got the win, his first win. So we're buzzing about that. Then the week after, it was a quiet weekend, but we had some sparring sorted for the Saturday where I had to tell Thomas Asomba his news about his fight, what I knew what was getting announced. Um, Thomas sparred 10 rounds with 3 fresh sparring partners. He's in top shape. He always stays in good shape. He's a strong bantamweight, and he's fighting Lee McGregor. Lee McGregor's a really tough fight, a really quality amateur, but he's only had 4 fights, and I know that Thomas Asomba, 2-time Olympian, and a former Commonwealth and English champion as a professional, he's going to test him, and we're not there to make the number up. We're there to win that fight. So that's in October. Looking forward to that one. And we've got all the others. I'll just have a little run through my list here. I've got about 18 fighters at the minute. We've got Daryl Sharp, Daryl Sasei boxed on Friday in Glasgow. We had the Glasgow weekend as well. That was the weekend gone. Daryl Box, Chris Wood, he got beat fair and square. It was Daryl's first fight for about 5 or 6 weeks now. Daryl's had a really busy season. He probably boxed over 12 times easily this year. And he's doing well. He's making money, and that's what he's in the game to do. Make as much money as he can, and then get out of there with his health intact, really. We had Taha, obviously I spoke about him, boxing Willie Hutchinson last minute notice, and Taka again boxed Aidan McGlinn, boxed a light welterweight / welterweight, 10 stone 3 to fight. That's a bit of a catch weight, and Taka's only a super featherweight really, can do 9'4", anything between 9'4", 9'9" is Taka's natural weight, and he mainly got in there with a welterweight there, and it didn't look a bit out of place really. Just like I say, the size was a bit too big for him, so we've got a few things to work on. We spoke about in the gym earlier, so we've got to put them right now and get back to the drawing board. And he's got an 8-rounder a couple of weeks time. Then Saturday, I was at this KSI thing. Now this was a bit of a mad one. There was all these superstars there, and I didn't even know who they was, any of them. So I thought, yeah, let's get in touch with 2018, start this video YouTube thing, and get it going. I've got promotions, I've got top fighters who they're not all getting the exposure what they need, because like I say, obviously with regards to professional boxing, people only see what's on telly, and they don't get to see what's going on around the country on the smaller old circuit. So if I can get my little YouTube channel up and running, and plenty of you subscribe for it, then you'll be able to get to watch all the fights as well. I'm going to be putting my public workout, which is this Saturday, live on YouTube. So you can all grab the link off my Facebook and my Twitter and Instagram on Saturday afternoon, and you'll be able to all tune in. See all the lads who are fighting on the show, go through the little workouts, and a good exposure for the fighters again on the smaller circuit. What Sam Hamid, he's boxing on Saturday as well in Birmingham. He's fighting a 4-0 fighter, Sean Daly. He's going up there, and he'll do his thing. And then I was saying there, he's fighting on the rolling on the dice card. He's fighting Safe Team. That's a really good 50-50 fight. Sam Hamid has been in there and mixed it with the best. And Safe Team, he's a novice as an amateur. A novice as a professional, sorry. And, it's only his 3rd fight. So to be taking on Sam Hamid in his 3rd fight, it's a tough task. But, look, it's a fight. It's been made. Let's get it on. We've got Paul Pazi, he's fighting on the 16th of September. That will be his last fight. He's moved to the Orkney Islands now, so he's going to knock it on the head after that. Paul's a veteran. The boxing game, he's had about 60 amateur fights. He's been on that unlicensed circuit a long time. He's only had a couple as a professional, but I think if we probably met a bit earlier, he would have been one of them lads who maybe have had about 50 professional fights. Because he certainly he can fight. Calamide's had 20 fights. He's fighting in a couple of weeks' time in York Hall, September the 8th, with on Steve Goodwin's promotion. Mike Yorubin, he's fighting on the 15th in Leicester. Thomas Asombo, I spoke about him earlier. Taha, he's back in the gym next week. Taka, he's been in today. Then we've got Danny Craven. Danny Craven's got a massive fight coming up, but it'll only happen if he does his tickets and he wins on Saturday the 29th of September. So you need to give him as much support as you can if you're watching this and you know him. Get hold of him, grab a ticket. We've got George Brennan versus Ayud Hussein, massive fight for George. George again, he's been been sparring 8 rounds, 3 fresh sparring partners, looking really good. You can catch George at the workout on public workout on Saturday. Rhys McMillan, boxing a 6-rounder. Brarias, one of my former opponents. That's a good little test for Rhys. Hopefully, we get through the 6 threes. Nice and dandy, and that's what we want. It's his first little, it's his second little step up. Before I had him a little in a fight, but now he's moving up in rounds, and we're just hoping to get through them rounds a bit easier next time. Then we've got Brian Phillips. Brian's been in the gym. He's been sparring with Asombo, and he's going sparring Gavin McDonnell again on Friday. George is also sparring Gavin McDonnell on Friday. Gavin McDonnell and Jordan Gill, thanks to Dave Caldwell. Conor Lynch is in the gym. He's always in the gym. He was in the gym the Monday after he fought on the Friday. Conor's needing the help with the tickets again. He's out there selling his tickets. So if you need a ticket, get hold of Conor. Let him know you're coming down. You've got his support. Lee Clayton is training really hard. I put a picture up earlier. He's looking in the men's shape, and we've got a big fight, and he's got a baby on the way as well. So considering all goes well, onwards and upwards, we're gonna keep progressing. Lee, he's doing really well. We've got the 2 Bens, Ben Ridings, Ben Thomas. Ben Thomas had over 8 amateur fights, whereas Ben Ridings only had less than 10 amateur fights. But with the amateur game as it is now, it's sort of it's not at the best state at the minute, and certainly from when I was fighting, it weren't at the best then. But it's got worse in my opinion. So we said, look, we sparring with Conrad Cummins, sparring with Daryl Sharp week in week out. Let's just turn over and see how you go. And Ben's in the gym, he's sparring every week, and he's doing good. We just need to take our time with him. But look, he's a young lad, he's going places, he's got a baby on the way as well, so yeah, it's all going well. Ben Thomas, again, he's had over 80 amateur fights. I'm really excited. I've been training Ben, and he's got a massive punch, but we just don't want him to rely on that punch too much. Just start letting him use his left hand just as much as he uses that right hand, and he'll come good. Then we've got outstanding. We've got Byron Abreu, John Dring, and Johnny McConnell, who we signed the other day. Them 3 lads are going to look to be boxing in December, and the show what I'm going to put on myself in December. And now there's no rush. I've got they've got outstanding medicals and stuff like that anyway, so there's no rush. We've got to get everything in place before we do that one. But yeah, we'll be doing that, and we'll get Brian back out on that one as well, which will be good. Then talking about the show again, rolling the dice on the 29th of September. We've got a good few fights there. Sahir Iqbal, he's fighting Willie Warb, and that's a good 50-50 fight. Sahir Iqbal's 3-4-0. He's a 5-time national champion, a really good fighter. And Willie Warburton he's boxed on 3 of my shows now, and he's won twice in the away corner and lost once. He lost to Jerry Dealey, but then he beat Gary Ormrod, and he beat Callum Pearson, and they were both good fighters. So he's a threat to anyone, Willie Warburton. Everyone knows that. We've got Jake Barton out again. He's got massive support from Southport. He's a really good fighter, light heavyweight. He's fighting. We've got Dale Harris-Smith. He's got a grudge match with Luke Middleton. Looking forward to that fight. They're getting that on the 29th of September, rolling the dice. That'll be another good fight. Obviously, we've got the Safe Chima Sam Amidi fight. We've got Danny Craven back out, Rhys McMillan's back out, we've got Conor Lynch back out. The two Bens are having a debuts, and George again, he's fighting Zaid Hussein, who's unbeaten in 13 fights for the area title. Couldn't have found an harder fight, but that's George all over, you know, he'll fight anyone, and he's proved that in the past. And then we've got Lee Clayton as well, fighting Craig Darvish, so yeah, it's, you know, the show at the end of the month, we can't wait for that. We'll just keep building up towards it, but yeah, it's plenty going on with the Kieran Farrell promotions, management and promotions. Like I say, there's plenty going on. I'm gonna keep you updated every couple of weeks now. If you like my video or if you don't like it, I'm not bothered if you like it or not, but give us a little click on the subscribe button, and follow my videos for the future, and I'll keep you updated. Cheers.